Right out there. You can really tell we're right by the road. This place was built in the 1920s to serve as a psychiatric hospital and surgical building for veterans of the Spanish-American War.
According to floor plans, the main medical building we'll be seeing a little later was built in 1925. However, this kitchen and dining area that we're entering now was constructed earlier, in 1912, and later connected. In the mid-90s, as it was closing, it was actually used as the set of a movie, which I'll link in the description. I'll overlay some clips as we pass through familiar areas. This building is right in the middle of what is now a public park, and despite the frigid January weather, there were a lot of people there that day, so we were paying extra close attention to stay away from windows and keep our noise down.
So here's the real kitchen. Documents here. All blank, but still, look, it says, date, diet order, food supplement, MD, medications, weight. There's nutritional charts that would be individualized. Hello. Well, now that we have basement access, let's consult the old tunnel map. Keep in mind that many of these buildings no longer exist. Careful, the stairs are a little bit of a ramp. Oh, look at that beautiful rust.
It's not because it is part, but it's not that much.
All right, now here's where I'm going to say go ahead and use your light. You can see this has divots outside that come in. Oh, look at that. That is spooky. Unfortunately, I won't really be able to. Whoop. I got startled by a leaf. That's funny. We saw the other side of this during an outside scout. This is their solution to stop people from coming in these doors. Good job, guys. Fortunately, I can't do anything about this flickering. This flashlight is not really made for film. However, we may have just found tunnel access. Nope, this ain't it. This is all power. What is all this? The windows are bricked up. Oh, come on, focus. And there are the tunnels. Okay, so we definitively know this has access. It does. That's not something we're worrying about today. Right now, I'm just kind of shining a light back so my party can catch up. Yeah, these things on the walls are really weird. I'm not sure what they're for. Down here would have been storage for the kitchen component of the building. Now this is kind of weird. Now there's an additional staircase right here. But this is really wide and goes really far. And it ends in a bricked up wall, which means that this is the side tunnel that would have gone to the buildings that were off to the immediate sides of this. So the building that this leads to is long ago demolished, but it would have been very close.
That's as far as it goes, so no problem.
Oh, I know where we are. So I'm going to go over and get footage, but I'm going to tell you right now, we might have to go down and back out. If you follow me in here, walk very carefully. Now let's to get back to where we were before. We got to take the breezeway to the main surgical building now. I always really love it when you come through these places and you can see through all the dirt what the floor used to actually look like. So rare that you can imagine what it actually would have been like in its day. This building had two breezeways connecting the surgical building to the kitchen, but I really want to see the other one for reasons I'll explain in a little bit. So we are now in the surgical building proper. This was the old surgical building before being replaced by Ascension Hospital in the 50s or 60s. You can see its replacement we explored as well. Link in the description. And as I said, this was built for veterans of the Spanish-American War originally, but it later expanded to serve general patient populations, I believe. It's down there, just another hallway. Interestingly enough, in the mid-90s, when this place was closing, it actually served as the set of a movie titled Eyes Beyond Seeing. And we're coming up now on the main entry hall. And it is gorgeous. And if I remember correctly, the dentist's office should be up this hallway. Should be immediately on our left. Yes, this was it. So this was the in-house dentist's office. And oddly enough, it actually has, you can see how the breezeways came later, because it actually has an exterior window leading right into the breezeway. And you can see where patients would wait outside, and then when it was their time, be brought into here. Although these areas are partitioned off, it's kind of a false wall. And then you come through here. And these are the various offices, probably used for cleanings and such. And then a back room here for probably washing tools and such. I have to consult the floor plans to know exactly what each thing is. Or maybe it wasn't a dentist's office by the time this place closed down. Alright, now here is the breezeway that was used for a certain shot in the movie, which I will now try to recreate.
Are you gonna let me burn too, Daddy? Are you gonna let me burn too, Daddy?
Now, years and years ago, the first time I entered this building, this was actually where I came in through. Now, I actually read in a book about this place, and who knows if it's true or not, that patients in this building who were considered to have bad behavior, at least in the eyes of the staff, would sometimes be forced into little closets like these and forced to stand on this plank in the dark for hours. You can see actually right through to the basement there. Yeah, the first time I got into this building many years ago, it was through one of these windows. Oh, that's creepy. Curtain's still standing. So right here, and you can see people parking right out there, because this is still a park. A bunch of newspaper. This thing actually spooked me a little bit just now because I was looking at the screen and I was casting a shadow, and there was this black mass in front of me that didn't disappear when my shadow did. Here we are. Here it is.
Dr. Williams said you wanted to speak with me. You must know who I am.
Dr. Williams says you're Jesus Christ. Is that so?
The doctor has said so.
Now, it's always interesting to see tiled walls in a place like this, because remember, it was, at one point, the surgical building. Now, unfortunately, these hallways that cap the building all look kind of identical, so there's no way to tell which is which from the shot from the movie that I will now show.
He had a patient came in the other day, and the patient said, "Look, I'm having trouble home with my sex life. What'll I do, Doc?" He said, "Take out 20 pounds, run 10 miles a day." The man calls him 2 weeks later, "Doc, I took up to 20 pounds. I've been running 10 miles a day." He says, "How's your sex life?" "I don't know, I'm 140 miles away." I'm telling you, I am having
Hi, Interstate Mental Hospital, Linda speaking.
Well, just make sure that Mrs. O'Brien is raised to 250 milligrams, and Mr. Bain is lowered to 150. Okay?
Yeah.
Think vacation.
Vacation. Mom? I'm sorry, I was working. That was Dr. Harrington.
That was certainly one of these. And if we come down this way, is a patient day room. Now just imagine a group of patients gathered in the corner here, sitting in a circle with a leader in the middle.
Coincidence? Luck? There are no such thing. These are just words to replace what faith knows only as God. You control your destinies, but my Father knows your entire journey before you make a decision for just one step.
My father never comes to see me in this fucking place.
Your father has come to see you, Franklin.
Frank! I like Frank! Frank. That's Frank, okay? Betty, I'm always ready.
Out here, a day room, or a sitting room rather. We lounge about on chairs with exposure to open air. You can actually see the doorway to the fire escapes, which I don't believe the fire escapes actually existed originally. I think they were an add-on that came later. Changing codes and all that. actually incredible how bright and vibrant some areas can look. It's always cool to look and see how the peeling paint shows the different paint jobs it had over time. You'll notice with these state buildings, it's a very samey layout, very cookie cutter. So when you've seen one area, on the one hand, if you get a little bit of the architecture, you can sort of tell where you're going within an area, but it makes it easy to lose your place in the overall structure. Look at how vibrantly painted these areas are. You've got green over here, bright blue over here. Ooh. You can tell people open this somewhat frequently. I always love finding mirrors, but it's even more fun when they compliment me personally. Now I think we're going to take the middle way upstairs, which is going to be, well, it really serves as what sort of would be considered the attic, but it is a floor. Whoa, look at that. Oh, this looks out into that interior courtyard. That's pretty neat. There's one breezeway, and there's the other breezeway. That's so cool. There wasn't much point in stepping outside there before, but it's still neat to see it from another perspective. I always love being able to look out and kind of visually track our progress. Now this is something cool. Look at how all these flecks of paint get caught in all these plants. And it almost looks like flowers on it. It actually all looks so natural. Oh, that is really, really cool. That's what I thought it was at first. I thought it was flowers on a vine, but no. No, I did not see this the last bunch of times I was here. Like an elevator shaft. All the way up to there. Forgive me if I don't reach out with my other hand to focus. Oof. Here we are outside. Oh, the elevator shaft is open right here as well. So be careful for that. see if that mattress is still here. It is. It goes all the way up. Alright, so that was Old Medical. I'm currently standing with my back directly to the open elevator shaft with two people holding on to me so I don't accidentally take a step back. So I think that shows that tension's pretty high, especially with all the traffic noise and such. I'm going to do a lap and take some stills now, which I'll show you at the end, I guess. But yeah, a place with some pretty interesting history, both for the psychiatric hospital side of it, the surgical side of it, and even for the movie that was shot here, and its kind of afterlife that it's had. But anyway, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Oh, look at this. On the end of the building on the first floor, we actually have dormitories, and that's kind of cool. There's actually an observation window right here. Let's check out this dorm. Haven't actually been inside one in this building before. Oh, wow, it's laid out like a maze. It's so weird. Shut up, Bob.
It was at this point we spotted a Parks truck in the distance from the window. It's extremely unlikely we were actually seen, but by this point we were pretty much wrapping up anyway, so we decided to play it safe and head out through an exit on the opposite side where we wouldn't be seen. Since the footage itself doesn't really have any conclusion, enjoy these stills we took in the process.